Okay, here we go. 5.4. We did 5.3 yesterday or today. I guess it's today. So it's still Wednesday. So it's Thursday now for you guys. We're going to learn 5.4, and then we're going to have a Delta Math quiz tomorrow over the short chapter 5. Okay. Once again, I'm just going to use the homework to teach off of. The homework's just as good as notes. It's better for you guys. I'm doing half your homework. Well, not half, but I'm doing part of it. Okay, so it is actually we're going to be dealing with it's the same process. It's just irregular shapes instead of your straight up rectangles, triangles. What's the one we did? Trapezoids. It's not straight up. It's a combination of the two or even three sometimes. Okay, so really the first step in this is figuring out. Okay, so in this actually is exactly like your extra credit project. It's going to be very similar. Okay, so this is important. So we need to figure out the area of this irregular figure. Why is it irregular? Because it's not a shape that we're accustomed to. It's not just a rectangle. It's not just a trapezoid. It's actually a combination, right? So if my pen will work on me. There we go. First step is seeing the shapes that you got in the figure. Okay. My brain sees I have a rectangle here. And then I have a square or smaller rectangle here. Okay. So now I need to figure out dimensions. Dimensions are pretty simple to figure out, but hard if you don't, if you've never experienced this kind of problem. So first things first, I want to figure out this green. Okay, this green is easy, right? Because I already have my base and I have my height of my rectangle. So it's just going to be 13 times 16. Let me get my calculator out so I don't mess up page numbers for you guys. Okay, 13 times 16. So the green is actually going to be 208 yards squared. Okay, but now we have to figure out the blue. Okay, the blue square rectangle. It's actually a rectangle. You'll see why. Okay, so we have an 11 yards dimension on the side of this rectangle. Okay, but I need to figure out either this from here to here, and call that X, or this from here to here, and also call that X. Okay, so let's figure it out. Well, if the total from here to here is 25 yards, and this piece is 13 up until here. Well, how do I find this X? Well, if the total thing's 25, and I just want to find this side, and I know the first half is 13, can I just do 25 minus 13 to find that side? Yeah, I can, right? So 25 minus the 13 will give you this dimension. This is 12. Yeah, it's going to be 12 yards. So now I can just take 12, which is the base or height, doesn't matter, whichever way you look at it. 12 times 11, which is 132. So it's going to be base times height, which is 12 times 11, which is 132. Now I have the area of both my regular figures and my irregular figure. That makes sense. Both my rectangles, we're used to dealing with those, called those regular figures, and my irregular thing that looks like a 2D picture of a house. Hint, hint for your extra credit. Okay, so now I have this and this. Well, how do I find the area of the whole thing? All you gotta do is add them together. So 208 plus 132, we get what, 340? I didn't check if my mic was on. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Yep, 340. So 340 is my total area of this irregular shape. Don't forget yards squared. Okay, so that's your first one. Let's do another one. Let's do this one. Okay, so once again, you need to find your shapes. You need to find your shapes inside this regular figure. So what kind of figure is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a hexagon, right? I don't have a formula for the area of the hexagon. We can make the figure into something we are familiar with. Here's what I see. We can do this probably one of two ways. Maybe only one way. This 4 yards, is this speaking to? It is. It's this side. What I would do is I would do this. I would either, I don't want it that big. I would either cut this into 2 trapezoids. First one, second one, terrible too. Okay, or I will cut this into a square or a rectangle and 2 triangles. Okay, either way works. Only thing is, for the trapezoids, I'm actually going to use 2 trapezoids because I think it's going to be easiest. Okay, so watch. Watch what I do here. I'm going to cut this into 2 trapezoids. All right, so we need to figure out what is my total length of my bases. I know if this is 5 yards, well, that's going to be 5 yards. Okay, and I know my total bottom base for both these, it's my top base for the bottom rectangle. It's a 1, 2. It's my top base for my bottom, and it's the bottom base for my top trapezoid, not rectangle, sorry. I need to figure out that total length. So I have 3 yards on the edges, but I also have 5 yards. So if you extend this out a little bit further so we can see it better. So what this is saying is this is 3, this is 3, and that's 5. Okay, so what is my total length? Well, my total length is going to be pretty simple. It's going to be 5 plus 3 plus 3 is 11 yards. Okay, so my total length for that black line is going to be 11 yards. All right. Next, we need the height of both my rectangles. My height on both of these, or this total thing they're saying is 4, and each individual height is going to be 2 and 2. Okay, so really it's just about labeling what you have, labeling the pieces of your base height, base 1, base 2. Okay, so watch what happens. We have 2 rectangles. Now, are these 2 rectangles going to be exactly the same? I'll show you they are. So let's just do rectangle, or not rectangle, trapezoid. I keep saying rectangle, trapezoid. Let's do trapezoid number 1. So we have 1/2. And where can you find these formulas? Find them right here. 1/2 height, which is going to be 2, times B1, which I'm going to, in this case, I'm going to call the top. B1 is going to be 5, and B2 is going to be 11. All right. Okay, so 5 plus 11 is going to be 16. 16 times 2 is 32. We have 1/2 times 32, which is what, 16? Oh, there you go, 16. These cancel. So the area of the first trapezoid is going to be 16. Well, watch what switches. The only thing that could possibly switch in the bottom trapezoid is you're going to put 11 here and 5 here. What does that change the problem at all? No. The top one's going to be 16. But the bottom one's the same thing. It's also going to be 16. Okay. So what's 16 times 2? This is 32. Okay. Add these together. 16 plus 16, or 16 times 2. Get 32, and that's your total area. Okay. That's how I did it. You could have done rectangle and 2 triangles. Either way would have worked. Okay, what about 3? Okay, number 3 is pretty easy to see. It's just we have to do a skill that we have not done before, at least in my class. I see a square, then I also see a half circle on top. Okay, we haven't found the area of a half circle yet, but watch, it's really no different. So remember, area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay, so let's just act like this is a normal circle. Let's just act like it's a normal circle. Okay, so the radius is going to be 10 here. So it's going to be pi 10 squared, which is 100 pi. Okay. But since it's only a semicircle, can't I just divide this by 2? I can. So it's going to be 50 pi for that semicircle. And the square is going to be 20 times 20, which is 400, base times height. So all we got to do to find the total is add up the two pieces, 400 plus 50 pi, which is going to be around, remember, you can use 3.14 for pi. So 400 plus 50 pi is going to be 557.08. Doesn't matter too much. Yard squared. Okay. All right, want to do one on the back and we'll call it a day. With trapezoid semicircle. Ooh, this one's kind of tough. This one is tough. Look at this one. This one, you have a semicircle, a trapezoid, and a square. I really want to do this one. Should we do it? Can we? I think we can. The space is going to be 30. The space is going to be 13. And I have the height. Yeah, let's do it. This looks like the hardest one. Okay, so here, all we got to do is this. Don't do 5 and 6. Okay, so let's knock this out. So first things first, let me use color coordination here. Let's be smart. I'm gonna do the square first. I'll do my trapezoid in red and my half circle in green. Okay, the square is easy. It's just 13 times 13, base times height. That equals what? 169? 13 squared. 169. Okay, so this thing right here is 169. Not bad at all. My trapezoid, I have 1/2. The height's going to be 20. We already went through this. Plus 13, base 1, plus 30. Okay, so we have 10. That goes to 10 times 43. 10 times 43 is what? Just add a 0. Okay, 430. Okay, so this is going to be 430. So this right here, this trapezoid is 430. Not too hard. Our last piece, our third piece, is our half circle. So once again, like we just did before, let's treat it like it's a real circle. I need to find the radius. Okay, so my diameter is going to be 30 for this circle. So what's my radius going to be? It's half, all right? So it's 15. So it's going to be pi r squared, or in this case, pi times 15 squared. 15 squared is 225 times pi, 706. Okay, so this right here is going to be 706 point something. Let's just leave it at 706 for now. Okay, so 706. So once we have the areas of all our little pieces to find the whole thing, all you gotta do is add them together. So we have 169 plus 430 plus 706 is going to give 169 plus 430 plus 706. See if I typed it in right. Good. We get 13.05 units squared. It's not sun, it's 1305. Bad handwriting. All right, that's pretty much it. I did a ton of your homework. Okay, you guys shouldn't have much left. All right, that's it. Remember, so today's Thursday. So tomorrow we have our adults math quiz. It's going to open at 7, close at 11:50 like normal. Okay, and then we start our extra credit project next week. I probably will make a video on that too, just so we get clarified. You guys can read the directions, but I just want to make sure we're okay. Okay? All right, see you guys.